more people using cover 2 a little bit.
That is the monitor. All right, let's go to the next question in the mailbag. This one is from Fakeful, wants to know Miami Dolphins 5 wide receiver offensive scheme. So this one came in on YouTube the other night, and I read it. I read all the comments, and so I said, you know what, Dolphins, we're going to hook you up. So they have 2 5 wide sets, and that's very good news. When I went in, I saw the 16th out of 17th one is what I ran last year. So you can easily adapt this to your game. You come out in the play wide corner, and then you have unders as your quick audible. It's a play that I really, really like. We'll go through the reads on this real quick. So first things is you have a Z-spot post to Julio Jones. That's a great route. Very strong. Throw it. It's the backbreaker. It's great. You also have a corner out to Hooper, which is really good. 5 wide early in the year, you can definitely pick up enough pressure, and then you have kind of these 2 routes underneath where you can throw just...
It's a levels concept.
Just underneath, you can basically blind throw this like most of any 3rd and 5. Unless they have really good user, they'll take away the first one, and then you just throw the back one. Like, there's a lot you can do with those 2 routes that come underneath. You throw the corner sometimes, and then eventually throw the backbreaker to Julio.
So the idea here with these levels is that it makes you pay attention underneath, which then opens up the post. So to show that how effective that is, let's run the play again. I have to respect these underneath crossers, because if I don't, look, like RB's wide open now.
Right.
You can now hit the seam and go. Now that's me taking away the Z-spot post. But now if I stay underneath and defend the levels concept here, it's not true levels, but okay, I'm going to take this away. Yeah, I got you. Now that opens up that route behind it, which then opens everything else from you. You're going to have to man up the Z-spot post, lose some pressure here. It changes the entire way your opponent is going to want to play just by this one simple passing concept.
And there's some things we did last year, like we would drag this guy, or we would put him on an in, or you can do different routes. It depends, kind of whatever you want. But motion can help with this play a little bit. You could kind of like quick in-seam throw that, like kind of like the jumbo last year. So that's just one play. From here, you then have to play unders. Same thing, this concept. They're not in routes, or these things we call dragon routes last year, where they don't actually have like a cut. It's not necessarily a sharp cut. You can leave Gabriel on the route that he's on, which is a little bit deeper, or you can go and take it away. But those are just more routes to throw like that. And then the backbreaker, so say they go to use their Julio on the unders play, and they just get way too focused on Julio. They think it's going to be, another one of those. You then have the A route, that throw that comes deep across the middle, and you should be able. You can high point it if you want, but you don't have to. It gets to a pretty good spot where you can turn the guy around and throw it.
From an advanced perspective, go back to the first play. What ends up happening here is the way someone will want to defend this is they're going to go, I'm going to take right here, and I'm going to man him up on Julio, right? Mm-hmm. Now I don't have to technically worry about Julio. So now when you get into the game, what makes this a good, powerful 2-play combo here is you go to the unders play. Right. I think I don't have to worry about Julio, so I'm going to bail and stay underneath to defend these options right here. I'm going to stay here. Yeah, take this drag. Yeah, cool, thanks. Uh-oh. Now you hit that behind it.
Big yards.
So what's great about it is on the right side of the field with both plays, you're running the same underneath patterns. So that stays consistent, and then what changes are your two routes to attack them vertically downfield. That's the big difference, and that's what makes this so difficult to stop, because if I were to key in now and say, okay, I got to go here, you could still attack underneath. But if what ends up happening from a higher advanced level, players will play the zone. They then recognize, okay, that's who you're attacking. I'm going to man up. I'm not going to let you throw Hooper, so I'm going to man him up.
Right.
But now if I man him up and you recognize this, you then call Jones, right? And now you throw Jones open in this instance, right?
Right.
So that's the way that you're going to see people play, is they're going to try and take certain things away.
That zone is breaking far better.
That's an LB pass lane down.
Right. That zone is breaking far better, though.
Yeah. That's good.
Than it has before.
That's good. Are you throwing that LB down?
No. You haven't had to, though, pre-patch, in my opinion. So that's 2 plays. You can kind of go back and forth on those. There's slants and stuff like that. I would say try that from Dolphins. And then they have this empty Y slot formation, which has a couple plays. It's got the shallow cross, which is easy read across the middle with a post. Also, double pivot has a post. I wouldn't necessarily use those pivots. I'd probably drag those 2 pivots, and then it would end up just looking like shallow cross. 4 verticals if you're a noob and just want to smash some early folks. And then bubble screen. So Gibbs, this is a Gibbs bubble screen special. So let's talk about it.
Love it.
And
bubble
then you
screens.
have QB draw, which could be effective. It's not really what it was, but it could be,
My playbook that I use.
And QB draw is quick audible. So if you're in the other set, you can go between these 8 plays, which is actually kind of nice.
Here's the thing. I'm gonna preface this by saying I can't believe people aren't running more bubble screens. But then I'm also gonna say that I don't run enough bubble screens, but it's because my playbook that I don't have any good bubble screens in it. But there's a lot of good books that have bubble screens in it and bubble screens are just so effective this year. Not necessarily the under center ones that the guys kind of run upfield. Some issues there, but I would say these shotgun sets, they get great blocking. The zones drift. If I play man, it doesn't watch. I'm playing man here. You should still have the same success with this man. Now go ahead, snap the ball. See how he kind of trails behind him.
Yeah.
He watches him. I'm waiting till we start seeing people run more bubble screens because I don't get why people are not running bubble screens. I think it's one of those plays that people are like, why would I ever run a bubble screen? Like, not good.
Right.
They're fantastic.
So you like specifically non-PA bubble
No
screens.
PA.
So no PA
No,
bubble
you
screens.
can't. That's the problem. You can't run the PA versions because they take too long to develop. If you remember last year, bubble screen was a big part of what we ran from the Broncos book, right? Yeah. But I would tell you, look in your playbook. Do you have bubble screens that don't have play action associated with them? Start running them. You're going to have, there's 4 or 5 plays a game you can wrinkle these bubble screens in and have great success.
Absolutely. And then you can always go back to...
And it's a double bubble, don't forget. This is a double bubble.
And look at all the other plays we can still get to from this set. So we can still get to a bunch of other...
Well, it's good as you get the bubble to your halfback.
Yeah. Very convenient.
And here's the thing. People are going to play man. They're going to be like, oh, man's going to be how I stop the bubble screen, right? Okay, I'm in man, stay in the bubble screen, and show it one more time. Like, I'm in man. Like, it's so good. Get a good block on the edge, go. Like, it's... Run bubble screen. Just do it.
So try that if you're looking for the Dolphins playbook, a little 5 wide receiver set to get your offense going. And you can still run 5 wide at this point because no one's really saucing you. All right. Sim F Ball wants